5-minute trap. Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bras and just dopamine and Fanta. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. We just finished the pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Hope you guys are doing well. Just learning the trade. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Major Dave, good morning. Latrell, good morning. Kellyanne, Wayne Bignell, Bernadette, good morning. All these guys just came from the pre-market show. All these pandas. Sorry. I didn't mean to misappropriate your species. These are pandas here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. About 10 more minutes until the market open. Looks like a two-tier channel going on right here, some sort. Something like this, two-tier channel. Breaks below, hits the middle, comes back up. Free paper cuts. Good morning. Let's get that whiskey. Nice try. Nice try. Today's not Whiskey Wednesday, though. Valiant attempt. Good morning, guys. If you guys are just joining, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Good morning, good evening, wherever you guys are from. Whatever time of day it is from where you're at. Also, location. I'd love to know where you guys are from. I think it's really fascinating that we're coming from all parts of the world and joining this single stream together. And just knowing that solidarity, that community is just worldwide. It's very amazing. You know, I think it's one of the amazing things about the internet, to be able to connect with people that you would never have been able to connect with before. And it's amazing, I think. So I do like to know where you guys are from. PK Futures from Great Britain. Samant from Singapore. Antonio Dave. Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires? Are you telling me where you're from, or you're saying like good morning or something? Or does it mean you're welcome? Welcome? Well, I don't know what that means. Gonna need someone to translate that. Kevin Horvath from Switzerland, amazing. Good morning from Romania. See, it's incredible. Like, we have these people all around the world. From Italy. I mean, when did you think you would ever join a stream 9:30 Eastern Time AM, and you're joining a stream together in a chat room with people from Italy, Morocco, Switzerland, Romania? I mean, what a time to live. Panda, John Trader asks, hey Panda, what is the purpose of tick refresh indicator? That one is, if you want, I'll turn it on. It's a little complicated. I don't know, it's very complicated, but, I just turned it on, and if you see my tick counter, it basically refreshes every single time it changes. So you'll see it change a lot more often. Especially on very volatile days, sometimes you want to know exactly what tick you're on, and so this is like, it refreshes that tick count much quicker, and so you'll see the numbers change. So that's basically all it does. Buonasera. Vlad the Great, Ukraine, Philadelphia. Yeah, man, thoughts and prayers, Ukraine. Singapore. I still have not yet been to Italy. I have not been to Morocco. I've been to Canada, but I don't know if you consider like Vancouver, Canada. I mean, it's so close to the border. Yeah, I've never been to Alaska. Been to New Jersey. Never been to Switzerland. I would love to go to Switzerland someday. I've been to Singapore. Never been to Romania. I'm in the East Coast. I'm actually in the DC area. DMV, we like to call it. Market's about to open in 4 minutes. I just have this downtrend working right now, 2-tier. Are we going to bounce off this trend line? I'm not sure. If we break above it, then, you know, we could also be in a trading range, which the trading range indicator is marking for us here. We did have news at 8:30. This is the explanation of these two spikes. Big spike up, big spike down. And then after that, volatility just kind of returned back to normal. Not as much impact as yesterday's news, that's for sure. Look at the daily chart. Follow through, right, on this downtrend. Follow through on this candle. And most likely we'll probably hit the bottom of this trading range and maybe even make a new low. That's kind of what it seems like it's going to happen here on the daily chart. I don't like to fight the Fed. And the Fed continually says that they're going to raise interest rates. I'm not going to fight them. I'm going to go along with the ride. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Yesterday's lows kind of acting as like a magnet. Every time we trade away from it, we come back to it. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Helps out this channel out a lot. You know, if you want to support this channel and you've been watching, you're a regular visitor, it does help a lot if you guys scalp that like button. Helps a lot if you do it every single time you join. Like you know, for me, I've been like, I'm grinding every single day, and so it's those little teeny things that you guys do helps this stream just the reach go out a little bit further, and we're getting closer to 10K subs. We're currently breaking above it right now, this trend line. Two-leggy here above the 20 MA after, you know, after a strong bull bar ending near its high. Big push down. Market's about to open, half a minute. Not really sure what's happening here. Yeah, not really sure. All right, market just opened. You can see the tick counter now going crazy. The volume's obviously going up now, and you know that's the tick refresh. Why it looks like that? It's going so fast. I just took the tick refresher off. It's a little too much noise. It kind of like intimidates me. Am I 30 seconds behind? I shouldn't be. Oh. Panda, sorry, I am 30 seconds behind. Unfortunately, I don't know why the settings didn't save. It should have saved. But yeah, we'll fix it tomorrow. Once you start, you can't change. That's one thing you can't change. It's one of the things you can't change. There's a couple things you can't change. That's one of them. Sorry about that. We're gonna be a little delayed today. 30-second delay. Sorry about that. I mean, ultimately, I think we're gonna have a bear trend day today. I think we're gonna follow through on this candle because we already broke the bottom of the wick. Currently trading range, and we're just hanging out at the bottom of the trading range for the time being. Lower high. It's a lower high. It's not a second entry lower high, but it's a lower high. I'm looking for a short trade. If we get a failed second entry long here, I'm going short. Do not copy my trades. Ooh, I don't know. I don't like that. Feels no more. Setup is gone. Trading range still. I'm gonna just look at the chart like this for now. We're gonna focus on these. So break a trend to new low. Break a trend to new high. So now we're in a downtrend. Break a trend. Looking for a new low. Or it could have been like this. Break a trend to new low. Maybe uptrend here. No entry for me. Looking for a two-leggy here. I mean, when you have inflation numbers hitting 9, and that's we're talking about a federal government inflation number. Like if you think about it, they're going to try to pad that number as much as possible. Right? They do all sorts of things to pad the CPI. And even with all that padding, we're hitting a 9% inflation. What I mean by that is most likely inflation is a lot more than that. I mean, if you think prices have only gone up 9% from where you're at, I mean, I would just say like limes from where I'm at, it costs like 75 cents or something, like $1. It used to be like you buy like 6 of them for $1. Now one lime's like 75. I mean, if you're talking about actual inflation, I just don't think that captures what, at least what I'm experiencing. So the Fed knows inflation is high. Them knowing that, they're going to try to raise interest rates. What can you do? When you raise interest rates, it's just you put so much pressure on the market. It discourages corporations from, basically buying their own stocks. Because typically you can get away if you have a low inflation. Why wouldn't a company take out huge loans just to buy their own stocks, to raise their stocks quicker than the interest they have to pay back on those loans? It's free money for them. It's basically arbitrage for them. And if you have that kind of, for them, if there's gonna be free money, they're gonna take it. And that's a big reason why we saw economic boom. We do have a second entry short here. I'll take this short. Second entry short here on a downtrend. Looking for a new low here. But the new low could have already been created, right? Break a trend to new low. Or, see it like this now. Downtrend. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Lower high, second entry short. Let's see if we get a runner here. We get a strong push down. Go Super Saiyan mode. We got a runner, boys. We got a runner. Let's go, baby. Still have a runner, still have a runner. Don't sign me out. Let's go, baby. We got another push down. This means that we have a pivot to work with now. Absolutely incredible. Let's go, baby. Getting the bamboo. I could do a price action stop right here. One tick above the previous pivot high. But for me, I'm just going to keep it here. I want a little more room. And for me, from here to here, it's not much difference. So I'm just going to let it make another pivot low. In fact, really, you should just reverse it once you feel like the market's going to reverse. So we do have a trap here that's currently in my fail. I'm actually fine keeping my stop loss here for now. Let's go, baby. It's been a while since we had a runner like this. Do we really have 136 concurrent viewers? That's really, it feels really little. I feel like we should have a lot more than that. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Pushing down. Get it, get it. Whew, let's go, baby. All right, how should I manage this runner? Typically, I like to connect it to the 20 EMA and 2 points above it. Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll put 2 points above the 20 EMA. Or 10 ticks. So it's about 2.5 points above the 20 EMA. It's 2 ticks, and I'm just gonna let it run. And I'm not gonna come out with a limit order on this one. I'm coming out with a stop order. So either stops me out, you know, right now, because even with the big stop loss, like I'm still more than break even, right? So I'm completely okay if it stops me out up here because of the potential of having a really strong downtrend right now. And I want to be part of it, so I want to take as much of it as I can. And as long as we don't go 2 points above the 20 EMA here, then we should be in profit. So now as hands free, I'm not even touching it. If you guys don't know, you can attach your stop loss to indicators. I could attach it to my to like a pullback indicator. Currently it's attached to the 20 EMA, and you can offset it by 10 ticks. So right now it's just going down with the 20 EMA. I'm not even touching it. I'm just seeing what the market gives me here. I mean, this is a nice trade. This is a 10-point trade right here, and I can come out with a $500 profit here. But because I want to see how far this runner can go, I'm going to just let it run. I'm not going to touch it. Let's go, baby. And currently, I'm actually not worried. It's whatever the market gives me, I'll take, because this is all free, right? This runner is 100% free, and I just take whatever it gives me. I can come out here, and I can be happy with my 10 point, but like I mentioned, I'm not coming out with a limit order. I'm coming out with a stop order here. I'm going to just let it run. Unless I see a trap trade to the long side, right? A failed second entry short, then maybe I'll reverse it, but we're gonna let this run. Let's go, baby. Got my Super Saiyan on. Charging up. Latrosa, I need some panda traders. Sure. Let's see what the market gives us. I just have a 2-point stop loss. Oftentimes, the 20 EMA will act as a resistance. And so I'm going to let the market do that for us. I'm going to let it do it for us. We have a double key area here. In fact, I may even come with another order. Don't be afraid. Just let the market give you what it wants to give you. So right now I have about 5 points in the bag. Look at all these traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 traps in a row. Absolutely incredible. We're just letting it ride. I'm stress free right now. I'm just letting it run. I'm not even touching this. My stop is currently 10 ticks above the 20 EMA. And it is from my experience, if it does hit that, it typically reverses in that spot. So I'm just letting it, right? I'm letting it use the 20 EMA as resistance here. I want to allow the market to keep going down. I'm going to let the bears keep, doing their work, and I want to take advantage of it. So I'm allowing the 20 EMA to be a type of resistance. That's why I have a stop loss 10 ticks above it. So sometimes it does spike above it a little bit, and I'll allow it to happen. But as long as we're underneath the 20 EMA, I'm going to be in this trade. Corsi, that's bad news. I don't know how that happened. That's unfortunate. So this is what I'm saying. I'm allowing the bears to keep fighting. I'm allowing the market to keep going down. I have nothing to be afraid of. This is all free money here. It's all free. So I'm 2 points above. Ooh. Ooh, that was a little weird. It didn't take me out until a little bit later. It kind of went above it. I didn't like that. So up 425. Let's go, baby. So I looked a little bit on the table, but I was looking for the potential to continue go down. And that ends up reversing pretty strong. So 2 points above the 20 EMA, and we see a pretty strong reversal here. Yes, I do consider selling exhaustion. That's a good question. If I see a strong, trend bar, like a bear bar in a downtrend, late in trend, I'll probably come out. Notice that where this comes back though, pandas. My original entry was right here. Notice it comes back to my original entry, and basically people reloaded here and now they're coming down. So you can consider that type of maybe supply and demand. Sorry, Panda. Eating some Panda treats right now. I don't want to be like chewing in the mic. That noise. I hate that noise. So I'm gonna be on mute until I want to talk. I actually like this short here, right? Trading range. And coming back, basically making it two-leggy here. I kind of like the short, just not enough room to the 20 EMA here. But we're at the top of the trading range, maybe room to get back down to the bottom of it. I like that short. I can come with a retracement here and take a very small risk. You know, basically taking about like a 1 tick risk right now. And you can consider going short there. Yeah, that 1 tick risk, and you'll gain all of this already. I kind of want a lower high here. 1, 2, 3 attempts to break out. Yeah, I want to go short here. Lower high setup, I'll be interested. Right, 1, 2, and then one more attempt up. That'd be nice. I don't know if the market is going to be that nice for me. I'm not sure it's going to be that nice to us. Coming in short here. 1, 2, 3 failures. 1, 2, 3 failures. Terrible signal bar. No longer interested in that short. How come you guys? How come how come you guys didn't tell me about my Super Saiyan? It was still on. How embarrassing. We do have another push up. Spiking channel happening right now. Not sure how long it's gonna last for. Not sure. Not sure here. I mean, it looks like a spiking channel. It's just hard to time this one. We already had, a wedge here, creating another wedge here. Difficult to know when this is going to reverse, if it does. Typically, if you do break this, you do like one more test to make a double top. So the market will go something, it'll break down, and it'll do some sort of double top, preferably with like a two-legged move. And then we typically look for a failed second entry long to enter short. This is the setup that I want to see. I want to see a break of this trend and a retest of the top, then a failed second entry long. And this is what I want to see the price action happen. But will it give us the setup? Will the market be so kind and generous to give us this entire setup? I don't know, pandas. I really just don't know. Someone's telling me there's a bigger downtrend. Maybe this. Big spike channel here. Let's see if it respects this. Currently, it might be bouncing off our channel here. Lower high setup. It looks like it is respecting this channel. Getting a decent push down here. It might come back down to test the bottom of the channel here, of this spiking channel. Any trade here, it will be a failed second entry long is what I would look for. And we could consider this maybe a break a trend to new high. And that's a micro double top. That might be all the market gives us, and it might push strongly if we break below this low. Yeah, it might go without us. Okay, so we got the trap trade potential here. Coming off our resistance here. Break a trend to new high. This is really tempting to go short. Do not copy my trades. I can't resist. Going short here. Do not copy my trades. It might look for a new high, which is kind of what I drew out a while back. But I'm going to take this because we're bouncing off a resistance here. And I'm looking for a scalp here. Do not copy my trades. Doji bar as well. The risk is about 1 to 3.5 points. I don't feel good about this, right? Because that does not look good. That's not the follow through you want. This trap might fail. It looks like it's gonna fail here. May want to skunk this trade, but I'm willing to lose this. 1, 2, 3, 3.25 points of stop. Woo, feeling the heat. Feeling the heat. I don't like this. I'm coming out break even. I'm skunking that trade. Oh, gosh. Why? Why? I should have kept it. I got a little too scared. A little too scared there. Should have held it. And it was a lower high at that point. I should have held it. Ended up being a better trade. The second entry coming short. I just didn't like the fact it popped up, and I was like, maybe it's giving me a chance to get out of this trade. I was actually thinking it might have one more push up here to retest to give you some sort of double top here, but obviously not. You know, obviously it's going down now, so little premature coming out of that one, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I thought I had an opportunity to get out of that trade. But I was thinking maybe one more push up to test this, which is what I drew out a while back. Right, you have the first break of this channel. You might have a retest of some sort. Double top. Then here, fail second entry. But the spike in channel was enough just to come off the trend line here. And give us a nice, it'll be a nice run or two. Unfortunately, missed that one. It's all good. The biggest reason why I skunked that trade is because we actually broke up again. And breaking up again, basically that ends up becoming a failed trap here because it had a chance to come back up. This trap doesn't trigger. And so seeing that and seeing that opportunity come out of that trade, I said, okay, I'll just take my one tick and move on to the next trade. Also had the premise of maybe retesting the top here one more time. A lot of things could have happened. We could have came back to yesterday's low to retest that one more time. So I was just worried any of those scenarios could have happened, and you know, I end up losing. You know, I end up not being. I don't lose anything, but I miss out some profits here. Moving on to the next trade, I'm fine with that. Seeing if there's a measure move that might be hit here. I mean, we're in a strong bear trend right now, and I'm looking for opportunities to go short. Yeah, I was on mute on purpose. Snoping asks, how much am I risking per trade? Depends on the signal bar, but about 3 to 4 points typically. That's how big the signal bars typically are. We do have a two-leggy here. It's an outside bar reversal. I don't know if I have the confidence to take it. I wish it actually touched the 20 EMA here. There's an outside bar reversal right there. It's a two-leggy, believe it or not. A, B, C by 1 tick. And actually triggers below it. I wish I actually touched maybe up here. And then I'll come off with a two-legged pullback. I mean, we're strong downtrend. Looking for reasons to go short. Getting choppy. I simply cannot take this trade based off the setup here. It's an ugly setup. I would like it to be closer to 20 MA. Plus, we're going sideways, multiple bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars. But let's say you went short here on the outside bar reversal. You're still safe, and you actually might get your scalp here. What a trade. If you actually took that trade, I mean, you should be ecstatic. You just got your scalp. Made a new low. Absolutely incredible. I wish it came closer to 20 EMA. I wish it didn't make the outside bar reversal. I would have gladly gone short there on a two-leggy on a strong downtrend. But unfortunately, it just goes sideways and breaks down. Almost made the measure move. This line here is actually the measured move here. From this push down, pull back, push down. Starting to lose a little momentum here. But downtrend is a downtrend. John Lee says, Panda, I tried your indicator and I blew my account. What did I do wrong? Probably didn't read the context correctly. Yeah, the thing about the indicator is like not every two-legged pullback is created equal. The indicator, all it simply does is just tells you where every second entry is, but it itself won't necessarily, it does a lot of other stuff. It does like alerts and automated trading, all that jazz. But you have to still consider the context. It's kind of like a person who like buys a hammer and tries to build a house and wonders why he can't build it. Well, is it the hammer's fault? I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't blame the hammer on that. It's just a tool. We do got a two-leggy here coming out to 20 MA. I don't like this one as much as I like the here, but a little tricky now. It is a two-leggy though. Little teeny legs, A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. But our downtrend is so strong, it can give it to you. It's a 20 MA. Also don't like it because we kind of have like a trading range here, and we're at the top of the trading range. Like, we don't have enough room really to the bottom of the trading range right there. Maybe with a failed trap, I may go short here. Like, I'm not looking for any longs right now, and if this long does trigger, I'm actually gonna look to fade it. The risk is large now. If you see it, 1, 2, 3, about 4 points risk. I want to fade this trap for a failed trap here, coming back into our trading range with these choppy overlapping bars here. I'm gonna look for a failed trap. I need enough room though. Basically need to enter basically, if it triggers, maybe the top here. Inside bar. Breakout mode. Hits a double bottom. I don't like how this is starting to curl upwards now, and we can see that we have a double bottom off the 20 MA. This might be a reversal, or you can trade the failed breakout. I don't like how the 20 MA is now starting to curl upwards. I don't like the fact that we have a strong bull bar ending on its high with follow through. I don't like the fact that we have a gap here now created on the strong move up. I don't like a lot of these things to go short. But you can trade this as a failed breakout and potentially back to the bottom of this trading range. If you went short there, you just got stopped out, most likely. You know, the thing about that trade is that it's you can get good risk reward here. You just have to know the probability is low. If the risk reward is good, always know that the probability is low. If anyone says anything otherwise, right, like they have a good risk reward and high probability trade setups, that's when you get up and run. Yeah, that's a scam. It smells like a scam. Getting a little bit choppy here, a little confusing. Yep, so that's actually a fourth push up and another failure, right? People fading this trap, this reversal, and we're basically back to the bottom of the small trading range. Right, that's a tricky entry. That's an outside bar reversal, and yeah, just tricky. Appreciate you guys subscribing. Sell next day says, why you keep trading? You make money, take profit, go home. Oh, I would love to do that, but we're streaming now. Look at this blue box drawn right now. John Lee says, Panda, can you go sicko and make 7K like you used to? I mean, who says I'm not making 7K right now? Like I mentioned, I spread my contracts across multiple accounts now. So if you're up 450 on one account, just... yeah, you guys can do the math. Even with 4 accounts, I can't even do the math. What was it 4? If it's 4 accounts, was it 1600 plus 200? $1,800. Yeah, there's this thing called a trade copier. If you guys don't know, we use Apex here, and every trade is 100% risk-free. So that means that with every trade, you can copy your trades across multiple accounts with the trade copier, and which means that whatever you make, you can multiply it by however many accounts you have times 250. So, for example, if you have 4 accounts, you multiply that by 250, that equals 1,000, and whatever you make per day on average will mean how much you can make at the end of the year. So if I make, $100, $200 per day, $200 per day, multiply that by 1,000, at the end of the year, I make $200,000. So that's if you are profitable, right? That is if you can make on average $200 a day, simply. Yeah, the pullback is an advantage of having multiple accounts. Definitely, you want multiple accounts because you can spread your risk around. If you think about it, if you have one 50K account, I use 50K account because it's probably one of the easiest ones to pass, and it probably it's I think the best deal you can get on Apex. But if you pass one 50K account, you're basically trading right with the leverage of $50,000, and they have a trailing threshold of about what, 2,500. So that means that with one contract, if you trade like 5 contracts on that account, you're basically trading 5 contracts, and your trailing threshold is 2,500. So per contract, per trade, right, that's only you have 5. You can lose 5 times, like 5 points basically, and or however that math works. But if you have 5 50K accounts trading 1 contract each across 50K accounts, right now your trading threshold is 2,500 per contract, per trade. Hope that makes sense. So you're spreading your risk around, and you're basically increasing your capital. We do have a break of trend, new high here. Break a trend, new high, and lower high, second entry short just triggers here, and it gives us no entry outside bar reversal. German Castillo asks, "Hey Panda, you've been profitable? With all due respect, we do have a pre-market show that goes over all my accounts, goes over all my off-stream trades, and so questions like that, how I am a trader. If you want to follow more closely, like if you're actually interested in knowing how much money I make, we have a pre-market show for you, and you can join that. And it's so that you understand when you're putting out your very vulnerable information out there, and you have people who are not supportive of you being have access to that kind of information. It's probably one of the most stressful and even hurtful things. And so the thing is, if you are a panda and I know that you support me, I'm much more willing to open up and tell you, and show you and be vulnerable, showing that information. So that's why we have a pre-market show, for people who are actually supportive of what's going on here. People who are here to support me as a content creator, and not just here to take advantage of whatever they can take advantage of in the stream. So Vlad the Great asks, why different platforms 200 tick? Can I get a chart check? I'm hoping my charts look similar to your guys, but the reason being is because if you find it to be very different, I would recommend to reload your historical data. You can right click, or if you're talking about different platforms, oh yeah, different platforms I find it probably very hard to find the same charts. The main reason being because it depends on when they start their tick count and where they're getting their data from. It's gonna be different every time, because the tick chart, if you don't know, it's created by every transaction is a tick, and that means that it's a transaction every trade. So not every single contract, it's every single transaction. So a transaction could have maybe 2 or 3 contracts in it, but with every transaction, one tick happens with the emini. So that gives you the price movement. So depending on where you're getting your data from, right, all your transaction data, then it's gonna really change your charts. So yeah, TOS could look completely different. But at the end, if you don't want to join the pre-market show, if you don't want to support me in that way, we stream every single day live here, so whatever you see here is what happens. We failed to actually touch the bottom of this channel and reverse, and we actually failed to hit this measure move right now. On the 10,000 tick chart, we are at the 20 EMA, making a 2-legged pullback. A, B, C. 2-legged pullback. The 20 EMA has been acting as a resistance so far. Has already once here. Let's see if it happens again. Mongo asks, do you have to be with Apex to use TradeCop? No. You can be anything, I think, that uses NinjaTrader. Josiah asks, Dahia news today. We actually had news already at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Major dips, and you get a cute little badge. That's right. You got this two-legged badge that forms over time. Seems like Major Dave's on his first entry. Manny Martinez asked, "Did I trade a different strategy before two-legged?" With futures, I've never traded anything other than two-legged pullbacks mostly, and when it came to before I was introduced to futures, just trading in general, just stocks. I basically used a lot of divergences. I look for divergences on RSI. Right now, I'm just like, currently I'm not really in any positions other than like, some retirement stuff, but I'm pretty much saving. I'm trying to be heavy cash. I'm waiting for the housing market to just crash. That's what I'm waiting for. And yeah. Like the housing market to crash, and I want to be cash heavy, ready to get into some real estate. I have a couple houses right now, but buy the dip in the real estate market. You know what I mean? Now, will there be a housing market crash? This is not financial advice. I have no idea. I have somewhat of an idea. I mean, I'm thinking if the Fed continues to raise their interest rates, how can we not have a crash? Is my opinion. The only problem is, what I'm kind of scared of is, does the Fed actually have the drive, or do they have the resolve, let's say, to crash this market? Two-legged does trigger on the 10K chart. Two-legged pullback, good signal bar as well. 10,000 tick chart. See, I can't go short here. There's no reason to go short here. It's a lower high, second entry short, but I can't go counter trend unless it's a trap. People want to know how old I am. I'm in my mid 30s. So my fear is that if there are signs of recession, will the Fed start to change, right? Their stance and say we need to protect ourselves from the recession now. What the huge bull bar, big reversal. Was there news at 10:30? Is there some sort of speech at 10:30? Was someone mentioning there might be some sort of news? Huge bull bars ending on their high. Two of them with follow through, right? So most likely another leg up. Whoa. Where'd you come from? Most likely another leg up. Or just wants to hit our trend line. That's surprising, right? Surprise bar with follow through. Yeah, so if there's recession, they might change their, their trajectory, and they may start to lower interest rates, even with super high inflation, to fight off a recession. That's what I'm most scared of. But if they don't do that, if they continue to raise interest rates, in my opinion, there's no way the housing market cannot crash. There's going to be people trying to sell their houses and people not being able to afford them because interest rates are too high, making their mortgages insane, thus increasing supply and lowering demand because people simply cannot buy them anymore. And so the prices should go down. That those pressures should make the housing market go down, but I don't know. I mean, again, I'm a panda. I'm not an economist. I am no way an economist. So, cheers. I have no idea. Huge move up. I mean, huge move down. Absolutely incredible. It comes off for a trend line, and I was thinking another leg up. I mean, this was the thing I wasn't thinking was gonna happen, but that was wacky. Huge move up, just a bigger move down. Right, we actually broke this low. Meaning I have no idea what's happening here. A very confusing price action right there in that spot. Wayne Bicknell says, we are slowing down, prices are dropping, but I do not think we'll have a crash. Do not have the mortgages banking issues we had last time. Yeah, I mean, last time was about ARM mortgages and subprime loans. So I mean, I bet you like 90% of the viewers here have watched the Big Short. It's so funny because I see like random clips of the Big Short when I'm on YouTube, and what ends up happening is I basically end up watching the entire movie just through the clips. Like I might as well just have watched the movie. I don't know if that ever happened to you, but CDOs, yep, super high leverage, mortgage-backed securities. Jaden Saint says, one of my highest profit days, up 3.5K. I'm copying trades on 8 accounts. Let's go, baby. Congratulations, man. You gotta tell me what trades you're taking, because I don't know any trades. I don't really see any good setups in all of this mess. In 2007, I could buy $1 million house on a 10K income. You know what? I think what had happened to the housing market basically happened to the crypto industry, crypto market. People were telling me, people were trying to shill crypto to me, and the way they're shilling it was that they're saying that they could get about like 8-9% interest on their crypto, and it's like guaranteed. And in my mind, I was like, you. And the thing is, like, people who try to show this to me, they really believe what they're saying. And in my mind, I'm just like, if something doesn't make sense, I have a very hard time to buy into it. It has to make some sense to me. And the fact that some, and they're like, okay, I asked, like, okay, how's that possible? They're like, yeah, I just put my crypto up for staking. And, I can't sell my crypto, but, it's because, like, if enough people do this, then the price will become stable enough. And so a reward I get is like the 7 to 8% interest, because they will lend my crypto out to other people so they can use it, to buy whatever they want. They could buy more crypto, or they can take the loan out and turn it into fiat and use it in real world. I don't know. Whatever they want to pull out the loans for. And in my mind, I'm saying, so literally your staking depends on more and more people taking leverage out of crypto. And in my mind, I'm just like, this sounds like a gigantic Ponzi scheme, huge pyramid, some sort of pyramid scheme where basically someone's gonna be left holding bags. Because that's so unsustainable. 7 to 8% interest. And in my mind, I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. Like, I can't buy into that because it just doesn't make sense. It's unsustainable. And so in my mind, I'm just like, come to me when something makes sense, like maybe a 1 to 2% interest, and you're lending out at, I don't know, you're lending out at 3%, I don't know, something like that. It's something that kind of at least makes a little bit of sense. If someone's promising you like 7 to 8% interest, you should smell. It should smell scammy. You should smell the scent of scam. This is really interesting. We have a big move up, big move down, big move back up, making this entirely too confusing for me to trade. I have no idea what's happening here. I'm up 450. I'm happy with that. So a little bummed out that I skunked that trade, but not really, because I've seen traps fail like this, and about 80% of the time it gets you. The fact that we came back down for me to come out, inside bar, yeah, that's tricky. We're back up here, and just a weird market right now. Hard to trade either of these trades. Like, I'm not gonna go short here, nor am I gonna go long here, really. Kamalji says that's not how staking works. You're explaining it wrong. I mean, that's fine. Like, maybe I didn't completely comprehend it, but in my mind, if anyone is promising you 7 to 8% interest because they're going to use your crypto to lend out to other people for crypto, in my mind, I'm just like, that sounds a little sketchy to me. And if you can make sense of it somehow to me, where I can understand it, then okay. But otherwise, not something I'm interested in. This is getting very choppy on the higher time frames, right? Completely overlapping bars. The 5-minute chart, we might have a two-legged pullback here on the 5-minute. But the thing is, the count could have reset with this candle. I'm sure this candle did something wonky here. Might have a two-leggy coming off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Let me look at the daily chart. Okay. Just hard to tell. Hard to tell what's happening here, in my opinion. We could have a two-leggy like this. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. Do I like it? I don't know. Not necessarily. The 5-minute showing a two-legged pullback. Right, 2 pushes up to the 20-minute. It does trigger the second entry short on the 5-minute. Triggers real quick as well. The reason why I'm having a hard time making a trade here is because I do not know if we're in an uptrend or downtrend right now. I have absolutely no idea. Confusing. I don't know if we're in an uptrend or downtrend. I know the overall market we seem like we're going in a downtrend, but right now, very difficult to say. But if you can explain to me how staking works in a very clear, concise manner, like, talk to me as if I'm 4 years old. Now, I'm not trying to knock on crypto. I actually like the idea of crypto. I just don't like a lot of things that people are trying to shill from it. Like, I understand the value of crypto. It's fine. It's cool. I just don't like the fact that it costs so much electricity. Like, I understand, right? You want a decentralized, right? Some sort of decentralized currency. Doesn't depend on any government. Doesn't depend on anyone. Purely just acted upon the forces of the market. Even if that's, I don't know, even that's true, but the idea is, I get it, you know. You want something that's separated from the, you know, fiscal policies and whatnot. Fed fiscal policy, I get it, but I don't like a couple things about it. I don't like, what people are trying to shill from it, trying to make magic money of it. I don't like the amount of altcoins there are, and people just trying to pump and dump, shill coins. I don't like the fact that there's celebrities out there pushing out coins. If you want something with real value, I just, the way they're going about it, they're basically going about it I think the worst way possible. And also the amount of electricity it costs. The amount of calculations it costs to get to the next Bitcoin is incredible. And the electricity, especially when you're if you're environmentally conscious, then it's one of the worst things. I know they're trying to think of ways to make it more cost efficient, but Mishin asks, let me see what you guys are saying. Turtle says, I'm consistently break even. That's a good place to be, I think. You know, the next step is to be consistently profitable, but I think most people do go through a long stretch of being break even. Mark Lanowich says it's similar because passive income, but staking is more about stabilizing the network and receiving rewards for doing it, typically not as high of a return. I'm like really trying to figure out what staking is. And then I read this. Staking is really pretty simple. I don't see the complications around it. So staking is basically the act of stabbing a vampire through the heart with a sharpened wooden stick so that they stay dead. I'm like really trying to find a real answer to this and come across a comment like that. Mishin asks, bye bye, are you Korean? I'm a panda, and we don't see color. We're black and white. All right. This is going to break out one way or the other. Currently looks like it's going to break out to the upside. And we also have a trading range on the trading range indicator on a 2000 tick chart. Maybe hitting the top of it. The thing is, you just sit on your pause here because you have no idea, really. If you're trading two-leggy, that is, if you're scalping. If you wanted to take a swing trade, you can take a swing trade here. Just gotta know the probability is low that this is actually going to make, you know, whatever, you know, measure move that you need to make here. Misha said, my friend said your panda face glitched and saw what you looked like for half a second and it was a fat white guy, but I definitely think you're Korean. That story's crazy. That story's crazy right now. That's a crazy story. Okay. What else you guys got? Alright, we're coming back to the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator. 2000 tick chart. Trading range indicator, coming back to the top of it. It does break out to the top side here. Nice move up. Hitting a 240 SMA. I'm probably done for trading. You know, I probably won't trade it. I probably won't see a setup for a while now. Like nothing I can really, like maybe I could look for a long trade now, thinking we're in an uptrend, but still, trading range, top of the trading range right now, very difficult in my opinion to see what's happening here. Malaysian Raisin says I should make more videos. I honestly I would, and I do, and yeah, you know, it's time, hard to find time. I work full time. I actually do a lot of stuff. I'm a very busy person outside of YouTube. And I have a lot of things I do, so this is hard to make, you know, videos. I actually do. I still want to make a couple one. I want to revamp my my first video I ever posted, you know, how to count legs and also how to identify second entries, two-legged pullbacks. I want to revamp those. I want to create a you know, I want to do the top 3 setups guide, and I want to do that as well, and I'm looking forward to doing that, but it's probably not gonna happen until next month. But I'm always open and supportive of people putting out content there, free content there for the community. You know, they're out there trying to help the community. I'm always down for that. Thomas Wade was someone early on that I saw, and I was like, man, this guy really wants to help the community. And he was putting out some good videos, some good, way better than what Mac was putting out there from Price Action Trading System. And so I fully supported Thomas Wade early on. I was like, man, this guy's good. You should watch him. And he is actually helpful, not someone simply just, you know, I don't know what, he wasn't trying to shill anything. So I was like, okay, you know, just he's out there making videos, you know, spending time making videos, teaching people how to trade. And I was like, that's very, you know, I anything like that, I'm completely supportive of. So Kellyanne says she's gonna make a video and it'll just be filled with cussing. I would watch that. I would 100% watch Kellyanne. You know, she is probably one of the coolest pandas out there. You know, it's funny because Thomas Wade actually had way less way less subs than me, and so I would, you know, promote him, whatever. Now the roles have changed. His channel blew up, and I'm super happy for him. And now I'm you know, if he could give me a shout out, I would love it. All right, Pandas. I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Remember, again, there's the news at 8:30. I think it's retail. I mean, the news is, whatever news happens, probably not be as big an impact as the CPI that happened Wednesday. But there is news, so just be warned if you're in a trade. Be aware of it at least. So, Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. So thanks for joining. Make sure you scalp that like button. Do appreciate you guys. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.